Okay, namaste. Welcome to class. Today's class, we're going to be focusing on Pitta pacifying. So Pitta is the element of fire and water, but mostly fire. And Pitta could show up in many beautiful ways and also in many ways that can cause disharmony or dis-ease. So we don't want to increase this heat in us necessarily, especially if we are of Pitta constitution, Prakriti or nature. So Pitta types in general tend to be overheated, can be very irritable, owing to excess internal heat. Pittas may lack patience, they can get angry and irritable. So in the summertime, Pitta is heightened in the environment. So collectively, everyone's heat is going to increase. So Pittas will have a lot of determination. They'll have a lot of will to accomplish and get things done. And they'll have a tendency to take that attitude into the yoga asana practice. So today's practice, we're going to practice in a very soothing way, in a very surrendering way, even a way perhaps that is not, highly myopic and completely goal-driven. We want to keep the body cool and relaxed, and we want to do the asanas in a very surrendering manner. So that's very easy to say, but for Pitta constitutional types, that's not always so familiar to them, right? There's a kind of sharp and intensity that they have. So we want to just, remove this heat and this tension and this anger and this irritability. So we have to do the opposite, right? And that's what's going to create the healing. Okay, we want to keep the breath very cool, very relaxed. I would suggest a very light ujjayi breath, so not the really loud, audible, heating sound in the throat. Just very light, like a light, cool breeze is your breath. The mind, will keep the mind receptive, detached, and aware, but not sharp and critical. We want to keep our overall energy very cool, open, and receptive, like the newly waxing moon. So what I just read to you is from David Frawley, Vamadeva Shastri's book, and Sandra Summerfield, called Yoga for Your Type, an Ayurvedic approach to asana practice. Okay, so let's get started, please. We'll go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. This is important, right? We want to establish sukham, or ease in the posture. So maybe cross-legged is not comfortable for you, then you should not sit cross-legged right now. You can sit in a chair. You can also sit kneeling. We'll also invite the mantra Ma into our practice. This translation of this mantra Ma is also from Vamadeva Shastri's book, Mantra Yoga and Primal Sound. There's much to say about mantra, but we could say that Tantra is a path of mantra marga. It is the path of mantra. So you cannot have Tantra without mantra. So Ma, which means mother, is an important Shakti mantra for invoking the Devi, or the Divine Mother. The sound Ma has a soothing, softening, and nurturing effect upon us. It draws the divine feminine grace into our lives. It helps us let go of anger and aggression, conflict and hatred. It allows us to surrender to the Mother and her love. It can improve our emotions, calm the mind, and give us greater mental powers. It has a very mothering energy on our psychology, increasing growth and nourishment within us. So it is a long A, and we'll chant. Ma. Ma. Bring our hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll chant the mantra Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. It's a kind of sweet remembrance or pranam to the great teachings and gurus. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. And then allow your hands to come down to your knees and just gently cup the knees. Okay, so relaxing your effort. There's a focus, but the focus is soft, like a gentle breeze. Just begin to move the body, please, side to side. Your eyes can stay closed as it helps nourishes the pitta in the eyes. And just take your time. Just feel the gentle sway and allow yourself to settle in. This again is not always so familiar to Pitta constitutional types, as often, we're using the intellect so much. So here we drop into the heart, the mind and emotion, or the manomaya kosha, and just settling into feeling, sensation. Maybe you would like to move in a circle or kind of figure 8, or just let your head kind of move with the rest of the body. Invoking the jal or the appa element, the water. Of course, the waters have their own soothing, cooling, pranic effect. If you went in one direction, please go the opposite direction. We don't always have to think of these doshas as something that is negative and I'm always having to pacify, but that actually the doshas have their own shakti, their own power. It's just that when that power becomes a little off balance, it creates disharmony. So eventually you'll just kind of sway yourself back into stillness. At any time to yourself throughout the practice, just saying to yourself, Ma. Okay, when you're ready, you'll go ahead, walk your hands forward, and then just keep going if possible and come up to all fours. Okay, if you happen to have some props, of course, you can place the props nearby you so they're easily accessible. And then we'll have our fingers spread wide on the mat. Your pinky finger comes to the edge of the mat, and then just settle the palms. You'll hear me say this word over and over. Settle. Settle down. Settle the head. Begin to settle the belly. And then the sit bones will begin to lift. You'll begin to arch your back, open your throat, and then gently round the back. And if it's okay on your knees, please come to child's pose, Balasana. On your inhale breath, reach your arms up, come up to your knees, gently arch back, and then sweep the arms wide. Let your forehead come to the mat and your hands rest on your sacrum. Pause. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms back up. Again, gentle arch back. This time the arms come forward and you bow back into your child's pose. Each time we exhale, we'll invite the mantra Ma. You can do it out loud or silently, and just follow my voice for the asana cue. As you inhale, you'll come to all fours. Exhale to downward dog. Ma. Pause. Inhale as you come down to your knees, this time child's pose. Ma. Pause. Inhale, coming up to your knees, your arms over your head, arms wide, child's pose. Ma. Pause. Inhale, come back all the way up, arms over your head. This time, arms forward, child's pose. Ma. Pause. Inhale as you come up to your knees. Last time, downward dog with the mantra. Ma. Now pause here. Draw your chin towards your throat. Let the elbows soften a bit and start to press your thighs back. Your legs so strong, but still the mind in the mood to kind of relax and receive the nourishment that you need. Pittas have very strong mind, but not as strong body. So we're not looking to burn ourselves out or overheat ourselves. Just settle. Okay, anytime you need to make modifications, please be kind to yourself and, practicing non-judgment. Okay, so if you're okay with it, we're going to keep our toes curled under, shift the body forward, so there's no plank pose. You're going to let your hips drop and come into upward facing dog. Okay, Urdhva Mukha, open the throat. And then when you're ready, maybe gently lift the pelvic floor, lift the buttocks, and back to Adho Mukha. If you enjoyed that, wonderful. If that was a little intense, drop your knees to the ground. Inhale into your cow, and then back into downward facing dog. Okay, you can even alternate these. Coming back into upward facing dog, the toes are staying curled under, settling your palms, open the throat, and then lifting the buttocks, the pelvic floor, Adho Mukha. If you'd like to transition to the knees and come into cow, please go ahead. If you'd like to invite the silent mantra Ma, go ahead. Just one more time. Either variation. It's a kind of inner smile, inner softness that you have, your attitude, your bhavana. And then just resettle. The chin draws to the throat, settling your palms, quietening the front of the brain with the mantra Ma. The Sanskrit alphabet is called the Matrika.
And each letter is said to be the Divine Mother, like little mothers. Take your time, slowly begin to walk the hands back towards the feet. Okay, and your feet are parallel. I would suggest that they're apart. Let your head relax, your face, and then let your knees bend. You're going to slowly round your back, come all the way up, taking your time. And then once you arrive to standing, just pause. Feel yourself like the mountain. And the cool mist that comes off the mountain, that Shakti, that power of the mist surrounding you, bathing you in her Shakti. And then turning the palms to face open, inhaling, sweep the arms wide and up, arch the back. Exhale as you bow forward, arms wide, take up space as you fold. Coming up all the way, hands go to the backs of the thighs, sweep them wide. Now interlace your hands over your head. Turn the inside of your palms up, draw the belly in and up, and then sweep the arms wide again as you bow forward. Uttanasana, relax your head. Let your knees bend, start to walk your hands back forward, coming into your downward facing dog or mountain pose, right? Same thing, but different imagery. So again, see yourself now in this form, in this shape of the mountain. You can visualize the peak of the mountain having snow. And as if the peak of your head was like the peak of the mountain, cooling the brain, cooling the senses and mind. Ma. Please, we'll go ahead and bring our left leg up towards the sky. Take your time, enjoy the journey, looking forward, and then stepping the foot all the way through. If you get stuck, just help it out, please. Walk your right foot to the right, and if you could ground the foot. So if you need to shorten your stance, you should. You want the whole foot grounded. So the outer edge of your back foot is not lifted, and you're not dumping into the inner right knee. Okay, your right toes pointing to the top right corner, and then you've organized yourself, and now you step into that feeling of steadiness. When it's appropriate for you, slowly please rise all the way up. Virabhadrasana 1. Hook your thumbs and then lean your torso forward. Draw your ribs down. Kind of breathe into your back body. Keep breathing, keep thinking about the back body, pulling that cool mist from the mountain into the back body. And then settle into that coolness, like you're taking a pranic bath. The head like the top of the mountain with the light dusting of snow, cooling the brain. Let the arms come all the way down. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Pause here. Settle your palms. You can always use blocks. And then step back into your, we'll call, mountain pose. Let the chin move towards the throat, and the back of your body is kind of rising, like it's floating, like the clouds. You're not trying to force your chest to your legs here in this practice. So remember, this is Pitta pacifying. So draw the back body into your awareness. Ma. Seat Ma in your breath. When you're ready, please go ahead and lift your right leg up. Look forward, take your time, bring that foot through, help it out. Okay, and then walk your left foot to the left, ground the foot. Okay, so your left toes are almost pointing straight ahead. Okay, settle into your feet, and then from that strength of Ma, you rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Hook your thumbs if you like. Lean your torso forward. Draw your ribs down. And then settle into your feet. Settle into your breath, your back body. The mind is cool and calm, like the snow or the mist from the mountain. And then we'll let our arms come wide, releasing the hands. Just stay right in the present, nowhere to go. Come onto your ball of your back foot, look forward, and then push off the foot. You'll have your feet about hips width, the hands to the backs of your ankles. Release the weight of your head, and then slide your hands up the backs of your legs. Come all the way up. Sweep the arms wide. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left fingers. The eyes can stay closed, and then just settle into your feet. When you're ready, lean over to the left, bowing the right side of your waist. The breath is like a light, ujjayi, misty breath, not a strong, sharp, heating ujjayi. Change the breath, and then rise up, grab a hold of the opposite wrist, reach up, and then lean to the opposite side. Okay, please take your time, slowly come up, reach up, extend the fingers out, arch back, and then we'll sink through Utkatasana, but we're not going to hold it. Just keep going, and then releasing into Uttanasana, your forward bend. We'll come into Ardha Uttanasana. Your hands can come to your shins, and then bow forward. So soft. The thoughts around the image of the mist, and as if that mist holds the mantra Ma. When you're ready, let your knees bend. We'll go ahead and step back with the left foot. Okay, you're going to walk it over to the left and shorten it up a little bit so that both legs can eventually be straight and your left toes are pointing to the top left corner. Okay, but bend your right knee for now. Okay, both feet are rooted. Rise up into this kind of shortened Virabhadrasana 1 stance. And then your hands come to the waist. Start to press the front leg straight. Lift the breastbone. Maybe you open your throat, take the eyes up. And then we'll reach the left arm up. Okay, now just settle into your feet. Just keep settling into your feet. Okay, and as you exhale, you're going to come forward. Keep coming about halfway. And then bend the front knee, come all the way up. Maybe a gentle back arch. Straighten the front leg and bow forward about halfway. And just one more time, bend the front knee. Relax into the pose. Bow forward. This time go all the way forward. Your hand can come to the inside of your right foot, to the foot. If you have a block, you can place it to the outside of the foot. I'll keep my hand on the inside. Less effort, right? And then just think about that left hip releasing down, even just a tad. Okay, if it's appropriate for your balance, take the right arm up and just gently revolve the torso. Remember, the mist from the mountain is like your breath. Soothe the mind with the mist. And then let the hand come down. You'll bend your front knee. We're going to scooch that left foot back a lot, as far as you can, and then drop the knee down. Okay? And then we'll shift the hips back for Ardha Hanumanasana, the half split. Now the tendency is you're going to start dropping to the left, so maybe just widen your hands and lean a little to the right. The chin draws in, the back of the head is light. Ma. Place your effort in the mantra. And then please, we'll come forward. Bring your hands forward. Scoot your left knee forward and then lift the back knee. Look forward. You're going to push off your back foot. Come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. And then bow forward. Relax your head. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms wide. Come all the way up. Reach up. And then again, bow forward. Bent knees, folding forward. This time we'll bend our knees and step the right foot back, please. Walk it to the right. Straighten both legs just to check the distance of your feet. So you want to make sure, if possible, that that right heel can ground. Okay, you're turning your right hip down. And then when you feel settled, the tendency is the weight's going to go to the outer edge of your left foot. So press more with the ball joint of your left big toe. Then when you're ready, bend the front knee, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, straighten the front leg, place your left hand onto your waist, your right arm is up, settle into your feet. When you're ready, you'll come forward halfway on the exhale. Bend the front knee, inhale as you rise. Straighten the front leg, exhale, you come halfway. Just one more. Bend the front knee, rise up. And now come all the way forward. Trying to straighten the legs, but with ease. Place your right hand where it's appropriate for you. And then remember, just a little less effort. Pittas are said to practice prescriptively 60% of their effort. As to why I'm choosing to put my hand on the inside of the foot. Then that top arm goes up. And then can I settle into the ease or the sukham of the pose? Good. And then we'll release the hand down. Please bend your front knee, scoot your right foot back as far as you can, and then drop the knee down. We'll shift our hips back, lifting the front foot up for Ardha Hanumanasana, so your hands can go nice and wide. Lift the chin, and then bow forward, and just start to settle in. Settle into the mantra Ma. From here, we'll go ahead, shift our body weight forward. Okay, you're going to lift your back knee. This time we'll root our palms, step back into mountain pose or downward dog, and then just resettle into this very familiar asana. Okay, we sometimes practice these twists to help remove any excess heat in the small intestine. Pittas have a tendency to have hot blood, maybe some imbalance in the liver perhaps. So stay with that cooling imagery of the mountain mist. And the mist not only carrying the cool essence of the Shakti of the mountain, but it also carries the whispering Ma. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring our right foot forward, please. And then you're going to turn your feet parallel. So maybe it would be nice if you could just walk your feet to the back of your mat. See that the feet are parallel. Your left hand will go under your face. You can always use a block here. And then take the right arm up and twist. As you inhale, take the arm parallel. You can look at the thumb. As you exhale, take the arm up and twist. Just 2 more. Now let the hand come all the way down. Pause. And then when you're ready, the right hand goes under the face. Okay, take your time. The left arm goes up. As you inhale, the left arm goes parallel. Exhale, the arm goes up. Keep pressing through the mound of the big toes. Take your time. Last one. And then eventually the hand comes all the way down. Okay, no one's rushing. What's the rush, right? There is no rush. So now begin to walk your hands through your legs. Let your head go. If you want to prop your head up on a block, you're welcome to. If it just feels comfortable to rest your hands on your ankles, fine. We're not that fixated on the nuances of the physical placement, but more on the placement of the mind. The imagery of the mist, the mantras Ma. And then begin to straighten the arms. Start to walk your hands forward. We'll pivot our feet to the front of the mat, please. Okay, we'll step the back foot forward and we'll come into Malasana. So if you could just walk your feet out a little bit, maybe turn the toes out. Your elbows go inside the knees. Of course, you can sit on a blanket or a block, or put a blanket under your heels. You can even sit in a chair. So if this is not appropriate for your hips or knees, please sit in a chair. Okay, so take your time. Just begin to grow the length of the spine. by gently pressing the knees and the arms into each other. And then there's just that like almost spontaneous, effortless smile because you remember Ma. The energetic effect of this mantra may be unique to each of you, but in general, it's said to help with anger and aggression, to bring in more sweetness and love. Very carefully, please, bring the buttocks down. Okay, we're going to come on to our backs, please. And once you come onto your back, just have your arms by your side. Your knees are bent, the ankles are under the knees, and the palms face upwards. Just begin to kind of sneak the shoulder blades, like tuck them in underneath you, and then settle the feet again. See that beautiful white mist as the breath rising and falling through your nose. And then starting to press the feet down, beginning to lift the buttocks up. The chin will start to move towards the throat. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers because your shoulders are kind of tight. And then just settle the feet so they're not too close to the buttocks or not too far. It feels like the ankle's under the knee, not behind, not in front. Doesn't matter if you can touch your heels. And then just relax the buttocks so the inner thighs come a little bit closer together. And then relax into your feet and feel that descending Apanavayu. And then there's the ascending energy of the Earth Shakti. Revere the earth. Acknowledge the Devi in the form of Mother Nature. How will you love her? Call her Ma. Please gently release your buttocks, release your palms, turn them to face downwards. And if possible, you're trying to sit on your arms. If you do not have the flexibility in your shoulders to do that, no problem. Just have your arms by your side and your buttocks on the ground. And then we'll start to straighten the legs out onto the mat. If you could please flex your feet. So just take a little effort at first. Press your elbows down, lift your head and your torso, and look at your feet. Lift your breastbone, let your head go back, and rest the top of the head on the ground. Fish pose. Focus at the third eye. Focus on Ma. And then press your elbows down, lift your head, come on to the back of your head, remove your arms and just pause. Chin can slide towards the throat. And then just take your time, let your knees bend. Okay, hug your knees into your chest, Apanasana. It's like a lying child's pose, so relax your shoulders, just like you do in child's pose. And then we'll cross the shins. If possible, take your left hand, hold the outer edge of the right foot. The right hand holds the outer edge of the left foot, and then start to bring the knees wide. So there's a little more effort involved. Flex the feet so you're not overstretching the outer ankle, and then press the sacrum down. Okay, now if it's okay for your body, you're going to lean back and then rock up to seated. If that's not the case, then rock to one side, please, and come up. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll have a blanket. We'll sit on the edge of the blanket. If you have one, that would be great. Okay, and then from here, we'll bend the right knee and we'll bring the foot over the left leg. Okay, if it's okay on your knee, your left knee, you're going to lean to the left and then bend the knee back. Okay, if that's not appropriate, then please keep the leg fully extended. Okay, so just press down, if possible, to the ball joint of your right big toe mound. Okay, your right hand goes to the outside of the right knee. Just gently move it to the left. Skip. 60% effort. Keep the mind cool and detached. Okay, wrap your left arm around the knee and just grow the length of the spine. See yourself again as the mountain. The top of the head has the snow, freshly fallen snow, light powder snow on the top of the mountain. We'll bring that right arm across the horizon, take it behind you. And then as you inhale, bring the arm back, turn the head back forward. As you exhale, the arm goes back, as does the head. One more with the mantra Ma, then we'll hold it. Ma. Release the hand down behind you. Just gently place it on the earth. Feel yourself, light on the earth. Draw that Shakti up from the earth. And then just let it go. Release the arms. Okay, you're going to lift the buttocks up. Walk your right foot to the left, so we're stacking the knees. Now this may be quite intense for some of you. Please, if that's the case, do the same thing, but just lie down on your back. You'll get a very similar stretch, but there won't be so much pressure on your knees. If you need to sit up higher, then you should sit up higher. Just, you can just fold the blanket up more. Okay, so variation of Gomukhasana. Relax the hands on the knees, soften the eyes. Breathe. And then you just take your time. Begin to bow forward, walk your hands forward, release the weight of your head. Sink the sit bones. And then please walk your hands back. Bring your hands behind you. Lean back, extend your legs out. Dandasana. And then we'll bend our left knee, bring the foot over the right leg. Maybe some of you are keeping your right leg straight. Otherwise, lean to the right, bend the knee back. Okay, and again, you just look at your left foot, ground the knuckle of your left big toe, wrap your right arm around the left knee, and just pause. Okay, we'll bring the left arm up and then to the horizon. Inhale here and exhale as the arm goes behind you. Twist. Inhale, the arm moves across the horizon, head turns forward. Exhaling, the arm goes back and twist. Last one with the mantra Ma. Release the hand down behind you. Just gently place it. Settle your eyes closed. Feel the mist of the breath cooling and calming the brain. The mantra bringing in the devotion. What are you devoted to? Slowly unwind yourself. Bring your hands down, lift the buttocks, walk the left foot to the right, and then if you need to lie down and do the same pose, please do. Otherwise, the hands on the knees for a moment. Bring your awareness into your back, your whole back body, and bring that coolness into the back. If it's appropriate, on your knees, you can begin to walk your hands forward, coming towards a forward bend. And then just take your time, slowly walk your hands back. Just pause. And then bring your hands behind you, lean back, extend the legs out. Paschimottanasana, the arms come up, and then please gently bow forward. Your knees can be bent, no problem. The chin is towards the throat. Breathe into your back body. Remember, 60% of your effort. The mind is detached from any goal. The mind is hearing the silent Ma. And then we'll slide the hands up the legs, come all the way up. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and you'll lie down, but please, before you lie down, please have props. So you can pause the recording if you need. If you could please put something under your head, for sure. Maybe if you're chilly, you can put something over your legs and kind of tuck your legs in. This keeps the feet straight too, which might be comfortable on your back. If you do have any back pain, if you could please put a bolster or cushions under your knees. I'm going to guide you through a 18-minute Yoga Nidra practice, which is the science of systematic relaxation and samadhi. So take your time. If you have something to cover your eyes, please do so. Cover your eyes. And this practice is from the Bihar school tradition of Yoga Nidra. This is the second practice in their text. Get ready for Yoga Nidra. Lying down in Shavasana, the dead man's pose, and make yourself as comfortable as possible. Let your legs relax, your arms, and the palms of your hands facing upwards. Adjust your blanket, your clothes, and position so that you can practice Yoga Nidra without moving and with no physical discomfort. Please close your eyes and keep them closed. The practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. These are the only important factors. In Yoga Nidra, you function on the level of awareness plus the level of listening. Say to yourself mentally, I will not sleep. I shall only listen to the voice. I will not sleep. Give yourself some time to become calm and steady. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout the body. As you are breathing out, say to yourself mentally, Now become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds right inside the room. Now develop your awareness of the room. Without opening your eyes, visualize the four walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Do not concentrate. Just keep on listening to me and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. Now is the time to make your resolve, your sankalpa. Simple resolve. Simple resolve. The resolve can be mental, material, or spiritual. Something you're deeply committed to. Just repeat it now, your sankalpa, 3 times with feeling and awareness. Now give thanks as if you have already achieved this desire. We'll move into the rotation of consciousness, rotating your consciousness to the different centers of the body. Please repeat mentally the name of each part after me and simultaneously become aware of that part. We'll begin with the right hand and the right hand thumb, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, 5th finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, 2nd toe, 3rd toe, 4th toe, 5th toe. Now the left hand thumb, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, 5th finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, 2nd toe, 3rd toe, 4th toe, 5th toe, the right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, the spine, the whole of the back together. Now the top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen. Now the major parts, whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head together, legs, arms, back, front, head together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Now draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration, navel to throat and throat to navel. Do not try to force the breath, just awareness. Maintain your awareness and at the same time, start counting your breaths backwards as follows. I am breathing in 27. I am breathing out 27. I am breathing in 26. I am breathing out 26. I am breathing in 25. I am breathing out 25, and so on, from 27 to 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Please continue counting. Total awareness of breathing and counting. Now withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes, the space we call Chidakasha. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space, a space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifest within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now imagine that it is very early morning, still dark, and you are walking through hills, climbing up towards some mountains. You are alone. You are walking east, and if you look back, you can see a crescent-shaped moon low in the sky. Soon the sun will rise over the mountains ahead of you. Far below, in a valley, the lights of a small town twinkle through an early morning mist. The track twists back and forth on the side of a steep slope. It winds between huge boulders and over bridges suspended across deep chasms. A gap between two hills gives a glimpse of a huge snow-covered mountain ahead. The pale sky behind it heralds the dawn. You climb up through the snow. It makes a crunching sound as you break the surface and sink in. A glacier lies across your path. There are creaks and groans of moving ice as you quickly move across. Near the top of the mountain, it becomes very cold. Wind howls around your body and snatch at your clothes. Snow and ice cling to your shoes. You reach the top, and a magnificent scene reveals itself before your eyes. To the east, a vast range of snow-covered peaks and dark valleys. To the west, hills leading to rolling plains and the sea. Intensify your imagination and visualize the scene. See the sun rise like a golden ball in the east, scattering rays of golden light off snow that dazzles your eyes. Sweep your eyes around the sky. To the west, it is still gray. Above you, blue. In the east, a delicate pink as it nears the sun. Watch the sunlight strike the top of the mountains and move down their sides. Deep valleys emerge as the shadows retreat. You sit with legs crossed and contemplate this grand scene. The dawn of a new day. Let your mind flow freely with this experience. Now bring your awareness back to Chiddakasha. Bring your awareness to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching this dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Repeat the same resolve you made at the beginning of the practice. Repeat your resolve now 3 times clearly with feeling and emphasis. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Awareness of breathing and awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical existence. Become aware of your arms and legs and your body lying stretched out on the floor. Develop awareness of the room, the walls, the ceiling, the noises in the room, and the noises outside. Take your mind out. Become completely external. Start moving your body and stretching yourself. Please take your time. Do not hurry. When you are sure that you're wide awake, draw the knees into the chest. Rock to one side. Sit up slowly and open your eyes. Bring our hands together at the heart and close with one last chant of Ma. Breathing in. Hari Om.